Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk about food. The food that I feed my animals. Well, we're just going to talk about the ducks and the chickens and the small little animals and all that we got going on here. You know, the eggs that we sell. So we're going to start off right here. We got an organic egg layer, and this is the best food that I found around here locally that I can buy, you know, without having to buy it by the ton or much more. Would have to specially order, and it's also a relatively decent price. So I think I spent about $24 on this right here, and it's non-GMO. You know, it's certified organic. And then the other thing I have is these black oil sunflower seeds. They're not organic. They are just run-of-the-mill sunflower seeds, but they are a pretty good choice for food for the animals. And one of the things I want to show you is right over here what I do with them. They walk through my mess of my projects. So this is the duck and the chicken coop, and here's a little thing I just built today. I took a piece of gutter, cut it in half, made ends, and that way the animals can come around on both sides of it and they can eat instead of those little black tubs and things like that, which worked out okay, but man, they just would pile in there and they'd be inside it and they'd poop in it and all kinds of good stuff. So I got one in there and I got one out here. And so those black oil sunflower seeds, I soak them. I've got to make a better system yet. Like, I'll eventually just build a shelf and I'll put them in there and soak them and then drain them. But I soak them for 12 hours to 24 hours. And then I hang them up, and these are just Lowe's buckets or any bucket. And you can see I drill holes in the sides as well as down in the bottom. You can see there's holes down there. There's holes in the sides, holes in the bottom. They drain out. And then what you end up with is, if you reach down in here, sprouts. Sunflower sprouts. And one of the things you can do with this, like for my goats over there, you see, I think strawberries right there. If I plant this someplace that the ducks can't get to or the chickens can't get to it, this is going to grow, and the amount of weight that this is going to put on just from this right here is going to feed those guys. Like, the entire sunflower plant after about 2 months of growth is probably enough to feed one of those guys for a day. I mean, there's so many calories in it, and they'll eat it all the way down to nothing. But most animals love the sprouts because there's a lot of nutrition from just that beginning of the growth where it just comes out right away. So those are the two things that I do for the animals. And the third is over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a bucket. You see that bucket hanging there? Now you can look this up. There's all kinds of people that do this in different ways. And yeah, I did put a chair there. It's close by. But that's what you call a maggot bucket. And a maggot bucket is, I put either old food in there, or let's say clean a fish, or we shoot a squirrel that's eating the feed here, or even roadkill. It brings in bugs. The bugs lay eggs. Those eggs become maggots, and the maggots crawl out the holes on the side there. They end up on the ground, and the chickens and the ducks go there every day, and whatever's down there, the maggots wise, they eat them. And so that's another really good source of protein for the animals. And besides that, they eat from the land. So, you know, that right there is wild grape leaf. There's hairy vetch along the line over there. All this tall grass they eat. All the bugs they eat. They pretty much never run out of food. It's constantly there. And I have 9 acres that they eat off of. And then up across the street, my neighbor's got 4, and he's got a pond that is probably about 3 acres, and they go in there. I mean, it's a seasonal pond. It's just a big wet spot. So that's the food they eat. That's what we feed them. So they get organic feed, they get a lot of protein, and they forage quite a bit. They work real hard. Those ducks put on a mile or so a day walking from, you know, their pen here all the way up and around. They come around to this side of the house, and I'm going to open up that gate and open up the other gate so they just shoot straight through. And they just work their way through that orchard that's up there, across the street to my neighbor's house, to the wet spot in his, and then they just come back. And so they're always busy, they're always moving, and they're always eating. So that's it. Just wanted to talk about the food we had here, Ames Family Farm. So you guys take care.